Hey, I want to hop on and talk a little bit about loving yourself and how this culture really doesn't promote that, and that it's not your fault, and that it's really universal in terms of the feeling like not being enough, not being good enough, that I've seen in my practice in America, at least. So I heard once that question was asked to some Buddhist teachers, how do I love myself? And they literally couldn't even understand the question. It didn't make sense to them because in their culture, they're part of oneness. They are not a separate entity. There's not the ego mind defining yourself as this one individual, separate thing, individual entity that is separate from the divine. And so they couldn't really understand the question of how do I love myself? How do I feel good enough or like I am enough? And so I think that perspective is really important for us to recognize, that we were taught from a very early age to color in the lines and to conform and compete as individuals in this capitalist, individualistic culture here in the West, and that has created a feeling of not being good enough and not being part of the oneness, not being part of the divine. And that's an illusion. The truth is we are absolutely part of the divine, and I like to look at the trees behind me as examples of incredible uniqueness, difference. Each one of them has this beautiful, unique curve and markings and leaves. There's nothing conforming about them. They all have their own unique beauty, and that's what makes the forest beautiful, is that we all are part of the divine, just like these aspen trees are all part of the divine. They're actually one organism. They're all connected under the ground in their root systems. So we can think of ourselves that way. We're all connected at our roots, in our true selves, in our souls, to oneness, to one thing. And then we're just these individual branches, like the trees, that come out and express in these beautiful, unique ways that makes life beautiful, because it creates diversity and uniqueness that makes everything more beautiful. And so if we can honor that divine does live within us, that we are expressions of divine light and divine source love, that we each have a unique, beautiful gift to offer that is different than everybody else's, that will help us love ourselves and know we're enough, because we can't be the whole universe in one person if we see ourselves as a separate entity from the universe. But the truth is, the universe does express itself through each of us in a beautiful, unique way. So love yourself as part of the whole, and honor that you don't have to be and do everything all by yourself, and that your unique part of everything is what makes you beautiful.